I know a lot of you listening to this are interested in going their own way and starting their own business. But here's the grim reality. Over 70% of small businesses fail within their first 3 years of operation. Why is this? Well, most will cite no investment, high overhead, too much competition. We entered at the wrong time in the business cycle is a common one, and a whole bunch of other reasons. But the main reason, and the one people are most afraid to admit, is that their business just didn't generate enough money to keep itself out of the red. Plain and simple. Yes, there can be elements which could contribute to its demise outside of the owner's control. But by and large, not enough money means not enough units sold. Not enough units sold means not enough customers buying your products. And not enough customers buying your products means not enough effective marketing being done, if any at all. But this begs the question, what is marketing? And why is it usually the thorn in the vast majority of small businesses' side? Well, to answer the first question, marketing is salesmanship multiplied. What does that mean, you may be wondering? Well, simply put, instead of walking up to random people in the street and persuading them to come to your store and buy your products, marketing to mass audiences allows you to present your business offering to potentially thousands, if not millions of people all at the same time. And those who your ads appeal to will then mature their interest either through purchasing your product or service outright or by leaving their information and qualifying themselves as a lead. Reach these audiences are vast. This could be through magazines, newspapers, websites, Google, Facebook, billboards, radio, TV, YouTube, you name it. Basically, any platform which holds your target customer's attention span for a considerable amount of time is one you can use to promote your product. And this is necessary because otherwise, how will people then get to know about your product? Which brings us on to the topic of small businesses and their anti-stance towards marketing. You see, in most cases, small businesses have an attitude of, if we build a business, customers will naturally come. But only after weeks and months on end of having no sales do they then seriously consider putting a marketing package to promote their business and attract new customers. This is a trap most small businesses fall into. They hold marketing as an afterthought instead of having it at the core of their business strategy and formation. Right after the question of what market are we entering and what products do we sell, the next most important question is, how are we going to get customers? And that's the significance of marketing and having a firm strategy in place around it. There's no such thing as free, because there's two forms of currencies you're always paying with. One is your money and the other is your time. And these two concepts run counter to each other. Let me explain. So to give a brief overview, we live in a pay-to-play system, which means if you're willing to put money behind your marketing materials, then you will see results faster because your ads will be given priority and shown to audiences most likely to become paying customers. Whereas the less money you're willing to invest, the longer you'll have to wait to see results. This will make more sense with something I'll soon go through, but I just want to impress upon you with a template on how to think when it comes to marketing. And is that people have dabbled in marketing themselves or hired specialists in the field, but because of their warped expectations of how things work, get in the way of the marketing before it could even bear fruit. Let me explain. So, the expectation to those ignorant to the mechanics of marketing is that you press a magic button and sales automatically come through. Not true. The likelihood is that sales volume will be low because people won't know you and will therefore be skeptical of your product's claims and reluctant to pay for it as a result. And this is to be expected with most businesses, as your main priority isn't to make a ton of profit in the beginning, but is instead to cultivate a relationship which builds trust. This trust isn't built overnight and often requires customers seeing your ads numerous times before taking the plunge on your product and deciding whether or not you're legit. This means that you need to make their first purchase as easy as possible, often requiring you to provide a discount, a guarantee, a premium, and other things of that nature to reduce the risk in the eyes of the person who's still skeptical about your business. To put things in perspective, you'll be hard pressed to find a woman to marry a guy after just one date. It usually takes numerous dates and years of being in a relationship before one feels comfortable making such a decision. It's not to say that it will take that long with your customers, but please know there is a process a customer has to go through when coming in contact with a product or service which is unfamiliar to them. However, with this being said, the real magic occurs once your customer have experienced your product and liked it, because now you can sell them more products without any skepticism on the part of the customer, because they now have faith in your claims and the value you provide. Anyone who reaches this point showcases an understanding of marketing which is very rare amongst business owners, which is why they see marketing as an investment which will pay off in the future instead of seeing it as a sunk cost. For instance, if for every £1 you spend in marketing you receive £3 back in sales revenue, how long can you go on for before you run out of money? The answer is forever, granted that this ratio at the very least remains, because you'll always be getting more money out of sales revenue than the money you'll be having to invest into your marketing, which is why your first sale to your customer will be your least profitable. But the sales you make from that same customer thereafter will be pure profit, because you'll no longer have to factor in the initial cost of marketing, which would have gotten that customer to buy from you in the first place. From my experience, if I were starting out and wanted to start seeing results in the least possible time, I would focus on digital channels in the shape of Google, Facebook, and Instagram, depending on your business. Combined, they give you access to almost 3 billion people all over the world, which is why it's a great place to start, because you're almost guaranteed to find your target customer there. Alongside the fact that the tools mentioned are very user-friendly, so it won't be so intimidating for people using these platforms for the first time. Each platform has its particular nuances, which will impact the manner in which you advertise on them. However, going into great detail about each one is beyond the scope of this episode, but it's something that I will revisit in future episodes and courses. Before I conclude, I really want to leave you with this nugget, and that's that you can't advertise your way out of a poor product, a poor offering, or ultimately something nobody wants. So what do I mean by this? But when it comes to successful marketing, it's very easy to feel that it's down to savvy words and phrases, creative imagery, and other forms of bells and whistles. But beyond a shadow of a doubt, successful marketing, in the long term anyway, has always rested on the shoulders of a great product. And this is validated by people buying it in the first place, but even more so when they come back to buy again. Achieving this can only be done through knowing what the people in your target market want and going above and beyond in delivering it for them. Make people feel comfortable and treat them well, and they'll be the best ambassadors for your business, which is why it's important to remember that marketing is a marathon and not a sprint, and those with most patience and ambition to improve are the ones which will go the distance and win. That brings an end to this episode. Thanks again for coming through and supporting, and I hope that you was able to extract a lot of value from this particular one. I think this is very important, especially when it comes to you taking the plunge and starting a business for yourself, that you don't neglect this pillar when it comes to actually creating a firm foundation in which your business rests on. As always, please jump into the description and download the free ebook, which details 40 plus ways in which you can start making passive income. It's a free ebook. Just click the link in the description and it will take you straight to the webpage in which you can download that from. And also make sure you follow us on Instagram at bMoor.co, bMoor.co, and you too can find that in the description. So that is me for today. I'm signing out now. Enjoy the rest of your day, week, and I see you on the next episode. Peace.